What if I told you that the way you love yourself determines the way the world loves you? For years, he thought self-love was just confidence, walking into a room and owning it, and he was good at that. But one day, after another failed relationship and another night overthinking, he found himself asking, why do I keep ending up in the same place? No matter how much he worked on himself, how many books he read, how much he achieved, something felt off. He was exhausted from proving, from performing, from making sure he was always enough in the eyes of the world. Until one rainy Thursday he met someone who changed everything. He was sitting in his usual spot at the local coffee shop when he noticed an older man sketching at the table next to him. The man's pencil moved effortlessly over the page, each stroke deliberate and smooth. After a few minutes, curiosity got the best of him. "What are you drawing?" he asked. The man turned the sketchbook around. A portrait, his face. "Why me?" he laughed, slightly uneasy. The man smiled, his voice calm and knowing. "I draw what I see, and what I see is someone searching. But searching for what?" That question stuck with him for days. That night he flipped through books like The Four Agreements, The Alchemist, and others, looking for an answer. And then it hit him. Self-love wasn't about looking good. It wasn't about having the right friends, the right job, or the right relationship. It wasn't about confidence. It was about who he was when no one was watching. Self-love is the way you speak to yourself when you make a mistake, the way you allow yourself to rest without guilt, the way you refuse to abandon yourself for the sake of others. He realized he had been loving himself conditionally. When things were good, he felt worthy. When things fell apart, he questioned his value. He had been outsourcing his self-worth, placing it in the hands of relationships, career wins, or validation from others. But self-love isn't something you chase, it's something you build. So, he made a decision. He stopped waiting for the world to tell him he was enough. He stopped chasing love and started embodying it. He stopped seeking peace from others and created it within himself. At first it felt strange. But then something unexpected happened. His friendships deepened, not because he was doing more, but because he was bringing his full self into those relationships. His work became more meaningful, not because he was hustling harder, but because he was no longer tying his worth to his productivity and love. It came effortlessly, not because he was looking for it, but because he no longer needed it to complete him. Take a second. What do you believe about love? Are you repeating patterns from your past? What if instead of chasing people, you focused on becoming the kind of person who attracts the love you truly want? Because the truth is, the love you accept is a reflection of the love you think you deserve, so choose wisely. The relationship you have with yourself is the foundation for every relationship in your life. So tell me, how do you love yourself? And if you're still figuring it out, that's okay, you're not alone. If this message resonated with you, take a moment to like, comment, and share with someone who needs to hear it. Keep growing, keep reflecting, and remember, your journey starts with you. Next, be sure to watch How to Set Boundaries Without Feeling Guilty.